Welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. We are so thrilled to be talking about this last full moon of 2021, how this year has gone through all 12 months of the zodiac signs, 12 months of themes. So now we're at this final full moon for 2021. Let's get it in about that. So we have the full moon in Gemini. It is all about truth, honesty, and communication. And so we're going to be looking at setting intentions and rituals. Don't forget, if you're watching this video new to the YouTube channel here, or watch us all over the World Wide Web, welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. We would love for you to hit the subscription button here on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, get your email set up with us on our website at https://eclipticspiritualist7.com. We don't spam you, but we want to stay in a loop with you so you can find out all the wonderful things that we offer. So this full moon in Gemini comes in on December the 18th on a Saturday at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're here in the U.S. on Eastern Time, 8:36 p.m. Pacific Time, and check your local listing. If you are overseas, we have a lot of family that watch us here and is a part of our North Node community all over the world. So check your time when she comes in full bloom in Gemini. Now, Gemini is a masculine energy, and Sagittarian is a masculine energy in the sun sign that this is all aligning itself to. But this full moon comes before Yule, those that celebrate Yule. The full moon, we have the sun, again, the fire sign in Sagittarius. Gemini is air. So both the Sagittarius and Gemini are all about communication. And the key theme for Gemini is truth and honest communication. Truth and honest communication. And during this full moon, the communication is how we view ourselves. With this full moon also is about a powerful time for looking inward and asking a few questions of yourself. Now, and before I state some of these questions that you can ask yourself with this full moon, is make sure that you go to our blog on our website. Underneath North Node blog, I have the ritual, full moon ritual in Gemini there. And it's all about truth telling and firm communication. You want to do it outdoors, okay? Go to our website, check us out on our blog. Wonderful ritual that you can do with this full moon vibe. Is 72 hours, in my personal opinion, after she totally is at her 100%. Now, here's a few questions you can ask yourself with this full moon. Try not to jump and try to do a few things, but try not to jump from one unfinished task to the other. That is a vibe that you will feel as about jumping from one task to the other. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to that, because the combination of Sagittarius and Gemini leads us to get overexcited about new ideas and ventures. On whether you're taking on too much, can you think through to see if some things can wait. Now, we do have a transit going on the 19th, which is officially Venus will be in retrograde. So anything new that you're doing, in my personal opinion, before she goes into her retrograde timing from the 19th through the end of January 2022, go on and get started with that now versus trying to do it during a Venus retrograde. And we're talking about retrograde, working with recovery in our masterclass. If you would like to join that on Saturdays, it is a cost, it's 4 to 5 weeks, but it will change your life. It's all about recovery and reset during this winter season. Now, you want to ask yourself during this time, as I was saying, can some things wait? Are you honoring the season of winter and need to rest? winter season, the winter solstice is official, coming in next week, where we have a longer nights during the winter solstice, and I'll talk more about that in a video. But with the winter season, it's the dark season, it's the time of rest. It's not the same season as summer and spring. So you should do what? Rest. In this energy, you can set intentions with using the fact that Gemini is in this astrological third house of learning, travel, and knowledge. Okay. And another area working with the winter months that you will see the animal, the robin bird, the robin, or you will see him outdoors. They represent a lot of energy pertaining to you during the winter season, and he shows up a lot the later part of this full moon energy to connect with the full moon, to remind us that the robin will show up to remind us to continue to honor our ancestors and beloved dead ones. Keep them close to us during this winter season. So if you're active with having your ancestor altar, if you don't have an ancestor altar, or you're thinking about having an ancestor altar, those has been part of this channel for the past 4 to 5 years. You understand that we do work with our ancestor altar. If you're new to work with ancestor altar, you can always go through our videos here to learn more about the ancestor altar or join our Patreon account. But we should be honoring our ancestors and our dead loved ones during this season, because it's winter and it's dormant and it's dark, and it's all about listening to this so you could be equipped in rebirth season, which is in the spring of the spring equinox. Okay, so you can set intentions with this full moon. It has a double header of setting intentions and forgiveness. But some of the areas that you can set your intentions, you can set it on renewal, looking at some renewal areas and you set it for 6 months. You can look at joy, can be an intention to set. Happiness can be an intention to set. Faith and good luck. Faith and good luck. And then taking time with yourself to work with the area of forgiveness with this full moon also deals with the area of grief. I know that we live in a society that we don't talk about grief, or we try to act like grief isn't there, or going through seasons of mourning. But during this full moon in Gemini energy, the masculine energy, but the full moon is lunar, which is feminine, as well as asking you to work during grief. There may be some different grief episodes within your life. It doesn't necessarily mean a physical death and grief, but it could be variations of grief that we have. And mourning, going through a mourning, drastic change could be part of grief process, death in this season, and sudden shifts of unexpectancy. So you definitely want to take your time to look through yourself on what areas that you need forgiveness in, or looking to forgive others, and also what kind of grieving areas that you need to reflect on. It could be from childhood to teenage year till now. Everybody has a form of grief in their life, and they come in different areas. So if you want to take time to do that, set that forgiveness energy up, so that way it's flowing over into the next 6 months. One of the areas too, before I shuffle some cards to get the message from spirit and the guides in this energy, if you go to the ritual for the full moon in Gemini that is up on our blog, on our website underneath North Node, one of the candles you will be using is the blue candle in a casing, or simply by wax by itself. It doesn't have to necessarily be this size, but it could be a smaller size in a glass encasing. You could do that, or single taper blue candle. But the color that we're using with our ritual is blue. Okay. You can also, it's including bringing a friend into that ritual as well, or not, if you don't feel guided to do that. but it will be an awesome way to help teach someone that you love about working with the full moon. This is a season to allow us to be vulnerable. You want some vulnerability in this season. Yes, vulnerability. Lots of times people hold things. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to share their life. They don't want to share something that's deep within their heart that they need to release. This is part of growth, majorly. Part of growth is being vulnerable, releasing, sharing. That doesn't mean you're sharing with just anybody, but Spirit will put it on you to share that vulnerability with someone. Or if you join our classes on Saturday, which we're doing Reset, Recovery, and Regroup underneath the 6 forms of recovery underneath the Venus retrograde, you could be very expressive there, explosive there, and is in a loving environment that is private and confidential. Okay, so I want to shuffle some cards. I want to show you the deck that I'm using is an Oracle deck, and it's message from the guides. I love this deck, and I was really guided to pull from this Oracle deck. You know that I do use tarot a lot. You can also contact me for your own personalized psychic therapeutic reading that will change your life. They're very helpful to get an insight and a forecast for 2022, especially if you're being pulled for that and we're moving from Sagittarius to Capricorn energy, and those that are Capricorns, they tend to go with that theme to contact for psychic reading. So I'm gonna shuffle this deck to get a few understandings of what the message is for you for this full moon. I thank you for those that are watching. What is the message, a 3-card message that you would like to give to those that will see this video? Thank you, Spirit Guides, to bring this to one. All right. All right. Now, in this particular card, what Spirit message is giving us is learn from your mistakes. So one of the cards that is being pulled here by Spirit is learning from your mistakes. Make sure you take note of this. You can also purchase this deck on Amazon. That's where it's located, or get an affiliate link down in our description box below. But learning from your past mistakes, full moon is saying that. Looking at your mistakes, looking at forgiveness for yourself, looking at where the mistakes that you may have made in your life, what did you learn from it, how you can apply it into your current situation in your current life. Make sure you write that down, what those mistakes are. You can track and learn from them. And then that way you become better at not making those mistakes again and fine-tuning yourself. Okay? So the message is learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. The other one, possess self-confidence. Possess self-confidence. This is very encouraging about possessing self-confidence, because this is an area that Sagittarian energy poses to us a lot to let us know, are you working in your self-confidence? Do you have a point of self-confidence within yourself? Or are you not working on self-confidence? Self-confidence comes in when we're being challenged. So if you're not working to challenge yourself, how do you know your confidence level? Sometimes we're being removed from past things like a job abruptly, maybe a shift in your business, maybe going back to school, learning some new concepts, getting some certifications during this time. You have so many things available to you because 2020 allowed such a major shift that now we're in 2021. Everything is at your disposal. But if you are still lacking to move forward and you're leaning into fear, then this is a great time to go forward in that fear so that you can work within your self-confidence, because then that way you'll move. And then as you learn, your confidence is being moved up and you're moving up some notches in your confidence in something different that you have not done. So you're being challenged, okay? And then last but not least, I have follow the golden rule in reverse. I have follow the golden rule in reverse. Now, what Spirit is saying in the reversal sense is that not doing the status quo. You know, when it's facing forward, it's saying using empathy the same way you will want to feel, treat another person like that. But now that it's in reverse, in the golden rule is saying in reverse, no, you need to treat this situation different in a firm way and then move forward unconventionally, and not having empathy for others that aren't empathetic to you. That means cutting off some branches, letting these old dried up leaves during this season of winter, season, let them wither up and go. You no longer have to show empathy. You no longer have to be empathetic or improvise for someone that's not being empathetic or improvising for you. Don't waste your energy in that area no longer. Cut it off. Let the dry weather leaves go so that way you are moving forward into your right season. Okay. So that's a powerful message from the message of their guides for you, and take it in stride so that way you're making moves in your life and it's not stagnant. Stagnation is not good for moving into rebirth season in the spring. This is why the spirit guides are giving you this message, because during the dormant times, as you can sit back and relax and listen to find out what it is you need to be doing and not operating in fire energy or the season of fire and spring, because it's not that season. It's a time to regroup, reset, and recover, but look at the things more fine-tuned to make sure that you're moving forward in your life and not having the same pattern, expecting a difference. You can't expect a difference if you keep doing the same thing. Okay? So in saying that, have a wonderful full moon in Gemini. Take heed to these messages. Do the ritual that's located on the website underneath the North Node blog. Okay? Comment down below if you have any, what will you do differently with these 3 messages that were put here? Will you operate in the intentions of renewal, joy, happiness, faith, and good luck? Will you set the intentions for that? That's another question. Will you be working in your grimoire or your notebook or your journal so that you could chart your life and design it and set it up for the next 12 months that's coming in, as we talked in the video 12-12. That energy is still in effect, because that will help you to move forward and to look at things differently with your bird's eye and your own eye of the soul, so that way you operating truly within yourself and not from the viewpoint of everybody else's decisions for your life. If you are old enough, past the age of 19, Saturn has come to talk to you into your adulthood and all these different cycles that have changed your life. But what will you do differently? What will you do differently to challenge yourself in communication, and most of all, in your own truth telling for yourself? All right. I love you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. Follow on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok as well. Contact me for psychic, private, therapeutic readings, diagnostic consultations, ritual work, which is spell work in many earthly areas in your life, from court cases to money to love to finances to confidence to whatever is mundane in this earth. Spell work is available and doable for you that will change your life. All right. Love you very much. Have a wonderful full moon in Gemini. See you next time. Bye-bye.